Hello and welcome. My name is Jordan Anderson, and this is NPTV, or Nonprofit Television, and I'm here with Dick Myers of Honor and Remember, the New Jersey chapter.
Correct.
How are you doing today?
Very good, Jordan. Thank you for having me.
Of course. We're so happy to be here for have you with us. We're here at the Somerville Elks Lodge, and we're here to talk all about this organization and what you do. So what do you do in the New Jersey chapter?
We started the New Jersey chapter for Honor and Remember, and also the second part of this, the sister part of this, is called Honor and Sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
We seek out families in New Jersey that their loved ones have made the sacrifice in service in the military, and then on the other side, the honor and sacrifice side is through first responders, law enforcement, firefighters, EMTs, EMS.
Yeah.
And when we do that, we present them with the flag that you can see hung behind us, and no cost to the families. We fundraise to raise the money for the flags through donations through corporations, donations through other organizations to help pay, because we do not want the families having to take on that burden. And the flags, when they're presented, is to let those people know that the sacrifice that was made by their loved ones will never, ever be forgotten and always honored.
Definitely. So this organization started, when did you say?
The organization started back in 2008. It was after the founder, George Lutz, his son, Tony, was killed in Iraq on December 29th of 2005.
Okay.
And George went through all the stages of grief, but he was left empty and wanted to understand why he continued to feel empty. And he started going and attending military funerals.
Okay.
And started talking to the families and everything, and find out from them what they were feeling, what to get an understanding. And what he found was that after, and for lack of a better term, all the pomp and circumstances of the military funerals, or a law enforcement, firefighter, EMT funeral, is that the families felt that they would never, ever, their loved one that made the sacrifice would never be remembered.
Yeah.
And what this flag, both of the flags represent, is the honoring of the sacrifice of that person, and then to always have their name remembered.
Yes.
It's easy for families to remember, but the community doesn't remember. And one of the big things that George has tried to get done is there's a bill pending in the Judiciary Committee in Congress called H.R. 1363.
1363.
And that bill is to have the Honor and Remember flag recognized throughout the country.
Nationwide.
And flown on every federal building. New Jersey has passed to have the flag flown in New Jersey, and I don't remember the bill number, but it has been passed. And that's something when one of my members, J.P. Levin, comes up, we'll discuss on, because he's our political liaison to our program, and how we're reaching out to our constituents, how we're reaching out to our representatives to get this pushed. And on the Judiciary Committee is Jeff Van Drew, who's our Southern Jersey congressman. He sits on the Judiciary Committee, and I have asked everybody in the world to bombard his office, and I'll provide you with that email that you can write to one of his aides, Noah Garber.
Absolutely. That's great. And you mentioned that there's multiple flags, right? It's not just the one that's sitting behind us?
Yeah, the flag sitting behind us was the flag that I was given for my family, for my uncle, Private First Class Thomas Myers, who was killed on May 27, 1969.
Sorry for your loss.
Thank you. And it came about in the weirdest of ways. I had written the Honor and Remember program over a year ago, and I get a phone call from George saying, hey, you wrote us over a year ago. I'm like, George, I don't remember what I did 5 minutes ago. Could you help me? So he told me what it was about, and I said, oh, okay, I wanted to get my uncle's name on a NASCAR. And he goes, well, I don't know if I'll be able to do that for you this year, maybe next year.
Yes.
So I said, okay, and I went to hang up. He said, no. And he said, could you be in New York on Tuesday? Norwegian Cruise Line is bringing in their brand new ship called the Aqua.
Wow.
It's going to dock at Pier 88. we'd love to have you there to present your flag, your uncle's flag to you. So my wife and I went in, met George, met the president of Norwegian Cruise Lines at the time, Dave Herrera, and we were presented with the flag in their nightclub with about 200 people.
Wow.
With the whole crew staff, the captain, and all his staff, and a bunch of other people. There was a bunch of travel agents on board that had their clients and everything to show them the ship. And there was probably around 200 people in that nightclub when I was presented with the flag. And it was very moving, very touching. And when we do this, it's touching, it's personal. Kevin Storms, who's my assistant director here in the Jersey chapter, Kevin, JP, and I went down to South River VFW and presented a flag to a family. The children at the time when their dad was killed were 3 and 5. Now they're 13 and 15, and the mother said that the son, who's 13, was going through the anger issues of grief.
Grief that you don't understand that young.
Right, and when we presented the flag, he teared up, and he, takes me a minute, he said to me after, he goes, "My dad was a hero."
He was.
And I said, "That's what you hang on to. That is what you hang on to, because yes, your dad was a hero." And unfortunately, he didn't get to grow up and really know
his father.
dad.
But
The daughter knew, could remember him a little bit at 5 years old. 3, not so much.
Definitely.
But it's a very difficult thing. But the mother and the wife were elated when they saw that flag open up. It was to them breathtaking. And that's what it's supposed to be.
So beautiful.
It is.
It's very beautiful process. But you mentioned that you got the flag in honor of your uncle, correct? And your uncle had passed away in 1969?
Correct. May 27th, 1969.
Yes.
He was taken by a sniper's bullet in South Vietnam.
Yeah. So then you were presented the flag in what year?
This past year, in 2005, in February of 2005.
Wow. This past year, that was...
Last year. We're already into 2006. It's hard to believe
we're in 2026.
No, 26.
That's why I was like, wait a second. So that's that's wonderful. But that's amazing though that you had this person that you lost in 1969, but they went back and they knew who it was and when they passed away to give you the flag.
Yeah, I wrote them and provided all the information.
Yeah.
And anybody who's had somebody who's given their life in service,
particularly on active duty when they
correct, yes. And it can be from post-traumatic stress disorder, okay, as long as it was something that was
directly affected them during that time
from their service, right. We're going to be doing a presentation coming up to a family whose 20-year-old son was post-traumatic stress disorder. Same thing on the honor and sacrifice side. Same rules apply there, because it is in service. There's a lot of fight back because they say you're impeding upon the Gold Star. No, we're not impeding upon the Gold Star. That is still the highest honor because that's in combat. But what we're trying to do is honor everyone's service to this country.
Of course. And we thank you for that.
Thank you. And that service has affected people many, many different ways.
Of course.
And those families are the ones that carry that burden, that we're trying to let them know that their loved one will always be honored and remembered.
Yeah. That's beautiful. And I look forward to speaking with your colleagues, too, that you mentioned.
Yes.
So, and thank you so much for taking me through that.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Welcome back. We're still here at Nonprofit Television. I'm with Dick Myers, and who is our special guest over here?
This is Kevin Storms. Kevin is my assistant director of the New Jersey chapter. Kevin is also past Exalted Ruler here at the Somerville Lodge, Elks Lodge. That's how we ended up being able to use this, and I thank Kevin for that. I reached out to Kevin because I knew Kevin had a lot of passion towards the military and those type of things, and the Elks is very involved with that. And Kevin took me to an event called Army for Hope that the Elks is very involved with down at the Lacey Elks Lodge, And when I walked in, I saw the Honor and Remember flag hanging. I was like, whoa, they know about this. And it was a great day. But Kevin's, history here, he's involved in some revolutionary stuff, and I'll let him detail that for you. But Kevin, if you would.
Yeah, absolutely. How are you doing, Kevin?
Hi, welcome. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to the Somerville Elks today.
Yes.
I figured it was fitting. I just wanted to let you know that behind us, on the walls behind us, is our tablets of memory, which is every Elks Lodge has. And what it is, members who pass are honored here, similar to our Honor and Remember.
Yes.
And as a member of this lodge, I'm very involved with the veterans organizations throughout the state. I'm a state officer as well for the New Jersey Elks. And coming around and seeing the different things that we do, when Dick reached out to me about doing a New Jersey chapter of Honor and Remember, and if I could help, I gladly told him. I'm busy with a lot of other things going on. However, this is an organization that is very well needed, and we need to get the word out, and I appreciate you coming out here today and discussing this with us.
Yeah, of course. Did you know about Honor and Remember prior to Dick?
So I did know about it a little bit. I knew of the organization. I had seen their flags in the past. I had not gotten involved to the level that Dick has, which is phenomenal. We can talk about that in a second. However, as Dick mentioned, there are certain lodges that have our Honor and Remember flag,
Yeah.
and I am working to try to get that more well spread. We have over 100 lodges in New Jersey.
Wow.
So if we could, work on getting that and getting that word out, it's a tremendous thing. The folks that do know about it, have known about it for several years because the founder, George, as Dick mentioned, has done a good job getting it out there, but we could do better, right? So
Of course.
when Dick stepped up and said he can do a New Jersey chapter, I was proud of him as a friend, and also told him whatever he needed, I'd be here to help him.
Yeah, of course. And you also mentioned that you were part of the Somerville Lodge, right? You were vice president?
So I was what they call an exalted ruler, and now I'm a past exalted ruler, which is another name for lodge president, okay? So it's running the lodge, and it brings me to meeting all sorts of people of all different venues. The Elks, their primary goal are veterans' needs and special children.
Of
However,
course.
we do a lot more than that, okay? I am, like I said, a current state vice president for our district, so I do get myself
Thank
out
you.
there, of course. And, it's an amazing thing what the Elks do for veterans, and all these other organizations that we do, like Honor and Remember, getting out there, getting that word out there is crucial to these families, okay? As Dick had mentioned previously, we had met with the family, watching those children, and honoring their father, who was a young man
Yes.
at the time. I believe he was 37 at
Wow.
the time. That was 10 years ago, and these families still see that grief. So giving that flag to them, you could tell meant the world to the wife and and the children. So
Yes, and he said that it's like my father's a hero, and it's true. You stick with that. I also want to mention that you're holding a plaque. What is?
yeah, so
What is that?
as part of the ceremony that we do when a family is honored with getting a flag for their fallen hero, as part of it, there's a testimonial that gets sent out, and we actually present it to the family. I'm going to read it here today because I find it very fitting. This was actually given to Dick when he had his uncle flag given to him. So it says basically, this Honor and Remember flag is presented with eternal gratitude and respect in memory of Private First Class Thomas W. Myers. With this flag, we honor this patriot's unwavering dedication and remember that selfless sacrifice. By displaying this symbol collectively as a nation, we humbly recognize the enormity of your loss and respectfully say thank you. Signed, George A. Lust, founder, and it's dated. And we present this to the family of the person that we give the flag to, and it's just another way of helping them to remember what the importance of this flag is all about.
And with that proclamation,
Yes.
at the bottom of it, it lists who the sponsor of the flag is. So the sponsor is acknowledged, so the family knows who donated for that
Yeah.
flag to be presented to them, which is a big thing. And like I said, mine was through Norwegian Cruise Line.
Norwegian Cruise Line. But there's other sponsors that you guys have as well, right?
Correct, yes.
Yeah.
And we're seeking more.
Of course, of course. But that's wonderful, and that was given to you when the flag was presented to you.
Right, it's read
Okay.
before the flag gets presented, and then the flag is presented.
That's lovely. Well, thank you for bringing it, and thank you for being with us to talk about that, Kevin.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Of
Thanks
course.
for having me.
We'll be right back. All right, this is NPTV, and Dick Myers just wanted to mention one more thing.
Yeah, we are going to be hosting our first golf outing to help raise funds for our flags. It'll be June 2nd. It's a Tuesday at the Stanton Ridge Country Club in Reddington, New Jersey. We'll start out, it's $185 for a golfer. You get continental breakfast when you arrive, dinner after, and when you arrive, you get a little welcome gift. It's our first go at this to try to raise funds, and hopefully we get big support.
Awesome. Well, come join us on June 2nd, 2026. It's a Tuesday.
That's it.
And
Better to do on a Tuesday.
of course. And thank you guys so much for watching. This is Honor and Remember.
So now I have Laura joining me, which you're the CEO
Yes.
of the Bridgewater JCC.
Shimon and Sarah Birnbaum, Jewish Community Center, absolutely.
And this is where today's active shooter presentation was. So tell me a little bit about how you guys coordinate stuff and get involved with the two groups.
So we are always thrilled to partner with any of the first responders in the community. And Tim Pino here is our great friend, and he at some point worked at the JCC as our security director. And since then, we've had the opportunity to partner with the police and the sheriff's department and the SWAT team, and any and all of those first responders use our building as they need to train and really get to know our community. Yeah.
So Tim, it seems to work out well. It's a good flow here, right, to set up your different areas.
It does. In fact, pretty much every day, at some point during the day, you'll see law enforcement personnel at the JCC. Even our own security team are all retired police officers that work here, but we come in with our dive team, with our canine units, with our SWAT team, tactical units like you saw today with the robot and the drones and practicing on their fields and whatnot. So we enjoy that relationship to be able to come down here and make a phone call, and if we're stop by and do some training.
Not as much as we enjoy the relationship, and we are always available for whatever they want to do, because they're here for us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we appreciate it, as do all of our members.
And I just want to say, this is my first visit here.
Welcome.
Thank you. And I didn't have any idea that you guys had all this stuff. I saw an indoor pool, an outdoor pool, a gym. So tell the viewers a little bit about what you guys have here.
Sure. So the Jewish Community Center is a social service agency, and we're open to the entire community. Everyone is welcome. And we have a preschool, we have a special needs program, we have a after school program, we have a swim team, we have a fitness center, we have 2 pools. I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg. We just have something for everyone, and it's just a beautiful place. We pride ourselves on being inclusive. Everyone in the community is welcome. And when I say everyone, I mean everyone. So it's a beautiful place to be. We're so proud. We've been here for 26 years, and we are a secret in the community. We love for everyone to know who we are. And we just, like I said, we're so proud of what we've accomplished. We are a social service agency first, and we help the community in any way that we can. And we have a camp. I can't forget our camp. We had 700 kids here over this past summer, 200 teenagers working at camp. So we're really an important part of this community, and it means a lot to us that the community appreciates us and we appreciate them.
Okay, well, it's a great venue, and today was a great event.
Today was an incredible event. It really was. We had 60, 70 people who came here and really got an idea. As a religious-based organization, it's so important that we understand how to protect ourselves, and that there's people in the community that are going to be here to protect us. And I think everyone who left here today and yesterday felt a better sense of comfort knowing exactly what was out there for us, and then what we could do internally to make sure that we're all safe. So we thank the Sheriff's Department. We really thank the Bridgewater Police. We thank all the first responders who were here these past 2 days, making it possible.
And we thank you, Laura, for letting us train here,
of course,
like weekly, and we appreciate that relationship going forward. So thank you for all that you're doing to the community to help us better prepare to serve the community by training here.
Well, today was a great day. You guys did an awesome job, so thanks so much.
Thanks for being here. It's nice meeting you as well. And
you too.
It was your first time. Hopefully it's not your last time.
I will definitely be back.
Often.
Definitely will. All right. Thanks so much.
Care.
Let's go.
So now I have Justin joining me. So Justin, what's your official title?
So I'm a sheriff's officer with the Somerset County Sheriff's Office. I'm assigned to the canine unit. In addition to that, I'm also the deputy commander for our special response team.
Okay. That's why I asked you to say it instead of me.
A lot of acronyms, a lot of titles, yeah. But those are my two primary responsibilities at the Sheriff's Office.
Okay. And then who's joining us today?
This is Canine Emma. She's one of the newest dogs that we have in our unit. She's being trained in explosive detection. So she'll be imprinted on about 21 different explosive odors to include firearms.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yep.
how long does the training take?
Anywhere from 4 to 6 months, depending on what you're doing with them. Once the training is complete and the dog graduates, we have to go back for in-service twice a month, recertification twice a year, and in Somerset, we're also required to do nationals.
Okay. And then how long is each dog in service, or does it vary by the dog?
So it does vary. There's agencies out there that at about 9 years old is where they'll cap it and they'll retire the dogs. For us, it's evaluation based. So as the dog starts to get older, we'll start to look at that and see, performance-based stuff, health things. We'll take all those things into consideration, and we'll just make a determination on when it's the appropriate time to take them out of service and put a new dog in.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, when you first walked up, I was saying I wasn't sure if you're allowed, to pet the dog and things like that. So, how should people approach when they see you with one of the dogs?
Yeah, so with the working dogs, right, we never know from the outside looking in what the dog is trained in, okay? But the general policy across the board with the working dogs is that you always ask the handler for permission if you want to pet the dog, you want to engage. That's it could be a department policy, it could be up to the handler to decide. I traditionally don't let the public come up and engage with the dog because I want to keep that focus and attention on me. I don't want them to think when we go out to search, if I'm walking a platform, I'm searching an area, that as there's people going by, everybody's going to come up and give them attention. So I just keep the focus on me. She's not aggressive. She doesn't want to hurt anybody. She's a single-purpose detection dog. But just to mitigate that risk, obviously, if you remove it, you don't have to worry about it. It's not something that I have to be concerned with. So I just keep her with me. That's it.
Okay.
You have to say hi a little bit, though.
Yeah. She actually is. She's such a nice dog.
It's very sweet.
Yeah. And then how many dogs do you have?
So altogether, I have 4 German Shepherds that live at home with me.
Wow.
So I have the 2 police dogs. Anna and Emma are sisters. Anna's my other dog that's in the car right now. She's trained in narcotics detection and tracking. So I cover all 3 disciplines, firearms, so like I said, explosives, narcotics and tracking, firearms included under the explosive aspect of it. And then I have a retired explosive detection dog at home, Canine Benning, and I have a 4th German Shepherd at home that just lives at our house. He's just there hanging out. Yeah.
So do you have all the dogs that are in the department or with you?
So the dogs that work with me, they go home with me.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, they go home with me. Every day they live with me and my family, so they're in the house. They have a great off switch. They understand the difference in the morning when I put the uniform on and I'm getting ready to get in the car. The dogs are able to understand that they're going to work. When we come home and the collar comes off, they have a tendency to decompress and just kind of relax and things slow down a little bit.
Okay. So now, when there's a need to bring one of the canines out, is it always going to be you that goes?
No, so we have Officer Pollock in our unit. He runs an explosive patrol dog. Sergeant Snook, she has a narcotics patrol dog. And then again, myself with the 2 dogs. So I'm one of a few. And then we have another handler that's on loan to one of the federal agencies.
So each officer will only have their own dog with them?
Yeah, they're assigned to us. So we don't share the dogs amongst each other. This dog is, again, handler oriented, right? They're focused on me. They've trained with me. I know the dog. So with that, they, the dogs really just work for one person.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it was a lot of great information that you shared with everybody before. So, and I know that we're going to show some of what you did, and we appreciate that you came out today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So, for anybody that doesn't know, we are here with Sheriff Russo today.
Thank you.
So, Sheriff Russo, thank you for inviting us to this event.
Thank you for coming out.
So, tell the viewers a little bit about what's going on here today.
Well, it's the second day of our active shooter seminar. It was open really to community leaders, religious leaders, anybody that really could come out from the county. It doesn't even from anywhere actually, but we concentrate on the county to kind of show them what the response is for active shooters, what they can do to help the officers when they come to the active shooting scene.
Yep.
So it's just 2 days. Classroom was yesterday. Today was more demos for the canine dive team. A lot of work for the prosecutor's office and OEM helping us out.
Yep. So there's a lot of interesting things. There was a drone too.
Yes.
Right?
We had the drones out. We had the Bearcat, the big SWAT truck for the prosecutor's office.
Yeah.
We had basically an active shooter in the warehouse up there. So we, got people started a little bit with a couple rounds, blanks being fired.
Right.
But it was, from what I gathered at the end, everyone really had a good time and learned a lot with it. So I'm happy with that.
Well, I came prepared with long sleeves and long pants because I don't know. I've never been to one of these before. I thought maybe there was going to be rubber bullets or something. Like I was expecting to get shot today, guys. Okay?
No, we don't rubber bullet. We have blanks. We do use in the beginning. But if you wanted to get wrestled or fight, you could have put a fight up. That was your option.
That's all right.
That was a choice I was given, but not recommended. I said. But it worked out well. Like I said, with the K9s, the dive team. Like I said, with the drones were here. The OEM truck was here. So we went through a lot, and a lot of information was put out for the community.
And there was actually a really big turnout.
Yes, we did really well. Probably about the same as last time we did it a couple of years ago. So I just want to try to reach more people, people in the community to come out. Hopefully they'll go back and spread the word. So when we do it again, more people can learn from it.
And just so people know, anybody that's thinking about participating when you have the next one, I saw that you split everybody up into kind of groups of, was it 10 or?
So what we try to do, it depends on how many people showed up. We tried to split up into like 3 or 4 groups and keep the groups a little smaller for the demo day. The first day is all classroom. People come in, U.S. Marshals, I should say, were very helpful with us, prosecutor's office again. And the whole classroom is the first day, and then the second day we break people up into groups and we go about, just kind of makes it flow through the different stages, different steps that we have.
Right, and it was great because people, since it was a small group, people were able to ask whatever questions they had.
Right.
So some things that people were wondering that maybe didn't get covered, they were able to ask it, and all the instructors were great and answered everything.
I'm glad to hear that. It makes it a little more personal. It's a little more, I guess you're a little more comfortable asking questions with a smaller group. So I like to do that also.
All right. Well, thanks again for having us.
Thank you for coming out.
And we're looking forward to next time.
All right. Thank you.
So at today's event, I ran into Joan Geiger. So Joan, what do you think about the presentation today?
Presentation was great. I'm running for town council in Bridgewater, and I thought it would be a good idea if I win to know a little bit about safety in the event of an active shooter situation. I think it's something all of us should know.
Yes.
But the event was absolutely fabulous. I'm so impressed with our sheriff's department. It's just amazing, and all the law enforcement people that came and put all this together. Thank you so much to all of them.
Yeah, they really did a great job, and I understand that there's 5 different stations today. So did you make your rounds through all of them yet?
Haven't done the diving one yet. I don't know if we're going to have a chance to do that. The active shooter, they did it right here in this building. They did a simulation. That was fascinating. Your adrenaline starts going the minute you hear those gunshots.
And even though we kind of knew that it was going to be coming within, a few minutes, it gives you a little jolt, doesn't it?
It does. It really does. I'm just so thrilled that our sheriff's department took the time to do this for the public.
Yes. So hopefully we never have to, use any of what we learned, right? But should we run into any situation, it helps everybody be a little bit better prepared and stay a little bit calm, because I think maintaining your composure is probably half of it.
You're right. And I want to thank you. I know that you were here all day filming different parts of it, again, to give everybody the knowledge that they need. And hopefully, like you said, we will never need to know what we learned today, but if we do, we've got it.
Well, thank you for taking the time to speak with us, and good luck to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Joan Geiger, running with Andrew Bucko, Ridwana Isla, and Joan Geiger for Bridgewater Township Council. Thank you.
Everybody.